This story took place in a city of Japan. It can seem a fiction story, but it is not. There are many people that have lived this in the flesh when they were children. It is not easy to tell this to anybody, but here we go. Caleb is a child, like any other. He enjoys playing with his friends, who used to live near his house. He had a best friend who was his neighbor. Her name was Cow. She was always supporting him in any class assignment or chores that he had to do, just because she knew what he had to live every day at school. His home was also a nightmare. Why? Because his mother was a very strict pianist, and she forced him to learn how to play it since he was a child. After school, he had piano lesson with his mother, and every weekend he used to practice almost the entire day. He was a remarkable pianist. He was like a machine when he started to play the piano. He didn't make any mistakes. He had won 9 piano contests out of 10. There was one time when he got a second place and his mother was out of control, so she started to punish him. 2 days after that incident, his mother passed away. His mind collapsed, and then he lost the ability to play the piano. Little by little, when he started to play it, he would start losing the hearing. He felt that his world was in black and white. He didn't have any relative to support him. He was on his own, but he had his friend, Cow. She was the only person close to him that was able to do something for someone like him. After some years, he could just play the piano for a while, so his friend Cow started to help him. One day, Cow suddenly introduced to him a girl who was a violinist. Her name was Aina. She really loved playing the violin, but she liked to play it just for pleasure. Nobody imposed her to play with rules or follow an instructor. Once he heard her playing a famous classic melody, he felt that his head exploded. He was totally fascinated with her. Shortly after, Caleb and Aina were friends. They had a common passion: music. Aina made him a proposal, and it was to play it at a concert together as a duet, composed by a violinist and a pianist. He wished he could answer "Yes, I do," but he was not able to do it. His missing of hearing was a big issue. Anyway, he finally accepted. They played together in a concert, and it was like a dream for them. They really enjoyed it. They played amazing music. People in there were impressed because Caleb was on the stage, and everybody knew about his trauma. Caleb really appreciated everything that Aina had done for him. Caleb was deeply in love with her, but he didn't want to admit it. There was a time that Aina didn't show up, and Caleb was worried about her. He decided to visit her, and then he found out that she had a disease. She had leukemia. She was in a bad situation. She needed a donor as soon as possible, and Caleb was shocked. Before she died, she asked him for the last favor. He had to play the piano during her surgery. He had to promise her that if she passes away, he would have to go on with his life with a big smile. The worst scenario happened. She passed away, but listening to her favorite song. Caleb didn't have any word to say. She left a letter to him. In that letter, she explained everything: why they met, why she used to spend time with him, etc. She had loved him since she was a child. Caleb had finally overcome his fears, and he would be deeply grateful with her forever.